Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I told you guys that I had a surprise for you. Well, the surprise is finally here, and I am going to reveal it to you now. I am so excited about this. It just arrived, and I am going to allow you to come with me to unbox this surprise. It's something that I've wanted for many, many years. Well, I know at least 2 years I've been following it on YouTube and watching other gardeners use it. And this is something that's not gonna just benefit me. It'll benefit me, my family, my friends. So I'm so excited about it. But I want you to come along with me and experience this unboxing. And here it is. I have a freeze dryer. And what I'm going to do is unbox. I had to get the FedEx guy to help me bring it in because it's very, very, very heavy. But I've got the box down here with all the stuff in it, and I am going to take out all of the stuff that goes with it, and we're going to put it together. This is the book for it. Now, they tell you in the book to do freeze dry the bread to get the new smell out of it. So that's what we're going to go through right now to get that new smell out, because I've got some things that I've already started preparing to freeze dry. That's in my freezer waiting to be put in the freeze dryer. I smoked a whole turkey and pulled it off the bones and cut it up so that I could make me some turkey rice bowls with all my onions and bell peppers and stuff from the garden. So let's get started here and see what's in this box. Okay, we got our plug, we have our tube that goes to the water for the bucket that needs to go back there, and this tube that goes to the pump. And let's see, I got some more trays, another book. Okay, this is the freeze drying manual. This is the owner's manual, I guess, about the machine itself. And this one is about the food that you can do in it. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 trays. Okay, we have, this pump is heavy. This is the pump. Okay, so this is in my laundry room, and this is a large laundry room, so this is the area for this. Now, it's kind of warm in here. It may be because I'm moving so much that it's warm right now, but it's inside. There's a vent up there, so the AC is on. I don't have it on very high. I don't usually keep it on very high because most of the time I'm outside in the garden. But at any rate, it is on. Let's see. Okay. All All right, I'm gonna turn this up and take the box off the top of it. That is heavy. Okay. All right. We've got a bottle of high vacuum pump oil here. And this is the pump. Which is going to sit on this side of the table. So I'm going to push this over there so the pump can sit right here. And then if we need to, we can pour that out. I made sure I got a table with some wheels on it so that it could roll. So we got to lift this pump up over there to over there. Okay. And it uses a regular 120 plug. Okay. And this plug is for the freeze dryer itself. Okay, I'm not going to plug them in until I get everything set up on it. Okay. So I am going to read this manual and set this thing up, and then I will come back and let you guys see me run the bread through. We can do the dry run, okay? All right, bye. Okay guys, so I've read the manual. I've got the machine set up, and as you can see, you see the green screen that says Harvest Right and Customize and Start, okay? So it says in order to set up the customized setting, go to page 12. I'm gonna do that after I do my run, okay? Because I don't wanna put my information in this machine just in case something happens, it doesn't work right, and I have to send it back. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this dry run with this bread to get rid of the new smell. And I'll have a affiliate link in my down below if you want to also purchase a freeze dryer. Please use my affiliate link because it helps me to continue to help others with food and things of that sort. I give away a lot of food, and this is one of the reasons why I purchased this machine, so that I can process and help people in need, not just myself. Okay, this is some bread that I had left over. I don't know if I got enough for all 4 trays, but these things are stuck together. But we'll see. I'm going to throw the bread away afterwards anyway, so there's no need to wash these trays. I just had a bunch of bread in there. I normally give my old bread to my chickens, but I'm going to throw this away because I don't know what type of I don't know what it's pulling out of the machine. I think it's just the smell, if anything. But it ain't. I'm gonna throw it away. No, or break them up. I'm so excited. I've been wanting one of these things for a long time. And so all of these trays are not gonna be full, but it's enough to draw out what I need to draw out. And what I've done is I've mixed, this is distilled vinegar and water. And you're supposed to spray the bread. I'm not gonna spray it a whole lot because I don't want the machine to run for hours. It shouldn't take but maybe 2 to 3 hours for this to do what it needs to do. I'm gonna go pick up my brother while it's running, so he can help me finish getting that greenhouse. I'm gonna turn the machine on, start. Cooling vacuum chamber. Wait 15 minutes before loading food. Before loading trays is what it says. So it's cooling the vacuum chamber. And it's loud, but it's not real loud. I anticipated it to be louder than what it is. I'm concerned about how warm it's gonna get in here. And maybe I need to get my fans like they have and put them on the side. I do have a little small portable USB fan that I can put over there, but I don't want to interfere with the plug either. So we'll see. I might need it and I might not, but we'll see. And you know what? I do have, it's a USB port, so maybe I can run it on my power bank, only when I'm using it. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Let me go get that. Okay, yeah, it works. It works. It's running on the power bank. I can turn it on. It's got 3 settings. It's got a low setting, a medium, and a high. So I'm gonna put this. Oh, it runs off battery too. So it's running off a battery right now without the plug. So I'll let it run off the battery for now. The battery must be low. So let me plug it back in. That I'm gonna have to fix. But I've got another small fan that I can put on that shelf back there. I have to get it from school. I took it to the school thinking I would need it, but they fixed the air. We got new AC units now, so I shouldn't need it at the school. So I am going to, it says 6 minutes, 19 seconds left. Well, no, it's been running for 6 minutes because it's counting up. I thought it was counting down, but it's counting up. I'm gonna bring you back once the 50 minutes is up and we're putting the bread in. Okay, it's been going for a while, guys. 6 hours and 18 minutes. And now it's saying process complete. But let me explain to you something that happened. It kept saying it wasn't getting a vacuum seal. So I had to do the troubleshooting. Reading the book. You got to read this book, because this book will tell you why it's not getting a good vacuum pump. So I had to go through and check each one of these items to make sure it would work. And then once I went through everything in this book to make sure there was no leak, now we got process complete. So I'm gonna take the bread out and then I'm gonna put my food in. I'm not gonna do no defrost. I don't need more drying time. So I'm gonna hit, it says open drain valve to vent. Okay, the drain valve has vented. I'm not gonna warm my trays because I'm gonna put some other trays in here. It's still venting. Okay guys, this is the next day. And I woke up early this morning after I went through all that troubleshooting with the vacuum pump and with the release valve and all that stuff, and I decided to just turn everything off, put my food back in the freezer, and get the book and just read it, because my brother was here when I was going through it before, and that was just not a good match for me. So I decided to just pray about it, get the book, read it, and take my time and do things the right way. So what I did was, after I shut the machine off last night, I went and took all the books in there, and I sat down and I read and I read and I read and I read and I read. And I looked up video after video after video on vacuum leaks, and everything was pointing to the release valve, the vacuum valve, and the pump. All of the hand tighten, and everybody was using Teflon tape and all that kind of stuff. Well, the book said do not do that, so I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do anything to the machine to void my warranty on it. So I didn't put any of that on it. So after I prayed about it last night and read the books, I got up this morning. One of the things I was doing wrong was I was plugging the pump into the wall instead of into the back of the freeze dry machine. You're supposed to plug it into the back so that the freeze dry machine knows when to turn the pump on. Okay, that was one mistake. The other mistake was the rim, the glass, the seal around the front. I had wiped it with a cloth, so there may have been some lint or something that got on there, and it wasn't getting a really good seal. The other thing that was the problem was the pump was putting off so much heat. So I went and I got a splitter for my dryer, and I already had this AC, this portable AC. So I connected up this portable AC and put it on 65 degrees and pointed it at the pump. And there's heat coming from the pump, but this is cooling it right off. So as you can see, we're now dropping down to going down. The M torts are going down, and is at 558. It started around 700 and something, but now it's coming down and it's drying. We're approaching the end of the drying cycle, and this is as far as I've ever gotten with it from messing with it all day yesterday. Okay. So this looks good. This is promising. It's still saying that it's a warm room temperature. Batch processing times may be longer. Well, I don't know what's making this feel like a warm room temperature, because it's nice and cool in here to me. However, I do have a thermostat here, and this thermostat sitting on top of that pump is reading almost 90 degrees. When it was over there in the window, it was reading 75 degrees. But when I brought it over here, so over here it is warm, and it's because of the pump. Okay, so that AC unit is providing some relief, so that the pump is not working as hard. I also went to the store and I bought some Teflon tape, but I bought this yellow kind, which is used for gases and things of that sort. And I bought another release valve. I bought another valve. because this one is a little bit sturdier than that one. I noticed the knob on that one is turning. It's kind of loose and it's not turning right. So once this finished, I'm going to change that one out to this one. And maybe that would give us a faster drop in the mTorch so that it'll dry faster. Because this food was frozen when I put it in there. And it's still not taking as long as I expected it to, because I expected this to go well over 24 hours. And I got up about 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning, and it is right at what time now? 6:30 or 6 o'clock? Yeah. So that's the way. And I also bought some of this stretching seal that once I put this on, I'm going to go ahead and reinforce this and my vacuum pump hoses with some of that stretching seal and see if I can create a really tight seal so that we can be sure that there are no possible leaks. Because I remember hearing a guy on one of the channels say that mTorch really should drop down to 200 and something. So if I can get it to do that, I'm not going to take off the back, the top, and do all that stuff those guys did. They've had their machines longer, and their warranty is probably already over. So they're doing what they can do to keep the machine running well. But my warranty is brand new, so I am not going to void it. I'm not going to do anything to the machine. It's working right now. My only complaint with Harvest Right is that I got everything except for the impulse sealer. They didn't send me an impulse sealer. So I need to call them and find out why. And I didn't get any Mylar bags. Everybody else seemed to have gotten Mylar bags and an impulse sealer in there with their machines. And I don't understand why I didn't. Okay. So we're going to let this finish out. And once it's finished, I will bring you back and show you the finished product even before I do extra time on it. I'm going to bring it out, weigh it, see what the weight is, and then we're going to put it back in for the extra time, which is 2 hours. And then I'm going to weigh it again and see if it dropped any more. If it dropped any more, I'll put it back in for 2 more hours. It'll go in until it does not drop weight again. So I don't want to take any chances with any food going rancid. Not on my watch. So thank you for watching this portion of it, and I'll bring you back. Bye. Okay, guys, it is 17 hours later and 1 a.m. in the morning, and it has finished. Okay, so I'm getting ready to take it out, see what we have here. Got to bring me a table in here so I don't have to work on top of my dryer. At any rate, I'm going to wipe the dryer down, put on a pair of gloves. I need to wash my hands, but sanitation first. Okay. It took 17 minutes and 17 seconds. Now we do need to weigh them. Tray number 1 weighed 23.6 grams. I mean 23.6 ounces before I put them in there. And now it weighs 31 ounces. $31.9. No, 31 even. And it is really, 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 really dry. It's so dry. This is chicken. I mean, this is turkey, and it's just crumbling at the touch. There are no cool spots anywhere in this. It just breaks. I mean, I can make it into powder. I don't want to, because this is for my rice bowls. But yeah, it just crumbles. Okay, tray number 2 weighed 27.9 ounces before I put them in there. Make sure this is not touching. And now it weighs 33.3. Tray number 3 weighed 26.3. Oh, I wrote that in the wrong place. This was tray number 1. I wrote it in the place where tray number 4 is, because tray number 4 is beans. Okay, so now tray number 3 weighs 31.7 pounds. I mean ounces. Okay, and the beans, this tray is cold. It's the only one that's cold. It weighs 50.4. 50.4. And guys, I have all of my mylar. Uh-oh. See, it's so brittle. Oh my goodness. This is definitely ready. I do feel a cool spot in there. But this is breaking right up. But it's got some meat in it, so I need to make sure that meat is good and dry. Yep, that is. It's turkey. Oh, it is. It feels cold right here. I'm going to put it back in for a few seconds. I think it's ready because it's breaking up. But this tray was on the bottom, so it felt kind of cool to the touch anyway. But we're going to let it finish out the hour of extra drying time that it had on it anyway. Let's see if any of the weights change. This is saying 50.8 now, but I've moved everything around. So that's what I'm going to put up there. Okay. So it's at 50.9. So I am going to slide these back in. I'm going to put the bottom tray on the top. Number 3, I'm going to put underneath number 4. Number 2, I'm going to put under number 3. And number 1, I'm going to put under number 2. Okay, I'm going to close it. I'm going to push more time. Close the valve. You know, I really wanted to change that valve out before. Or I'll do it while I'm defrosting the oven. Okay. So we close the valve. Make sure it's closed because it'll go all the way around. Okay, and continue. It's got 2 hours to go. But I am going to go and fix me some tea. Okay, I'm gonna go and fix me some tea and then I'll come back. We may not finish out the whole 2 hours because everything looked like it's dry enough. But I'm going to let it go for about another 30 minutes. And then I'll come back and we'll weigh it again. Then we'll put it away, let it defrost, and I'll put the next batch in. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. So I'm going to take these out. And so that the freeze dryer can be defrosting on its own while I'm putting this in jars. Okay, now we have tray number 4, 50.3, and before it was 50.9, so it did drop, but it was 50.4 before I changed it to 50.9, so it was actually 50.4, so it stayed the same. So I'm going to put an S by it. And tray number 3, 31.7, it stayed the same. So it's good. Put an S by it. 33.4. And this is tray number 2. It was 33.3 before. No, it's 33.3 now. Okay. Put an S by it. And 31.0. Put an S by it. We're good to go. So we will go and load these up. Take these in the kitchen. And here we're going to say no defrost. And I'm going to take my little handy dandy fan right here. Can y'all see what's going on? I'm going to take my little fan right here that I had behind the pump. I'm going to put that up there. And I'm going to take this. Okay. So let's go and get this stuff loaded. While that's defrosting, I don't think I'm going to put those other trays in tonight. I think I'm going to wait and put them in, tomorrow, maybe around noon. And that way they'll finish Sunday morning, but we'll see. I'll have to calculate my hours because I don't want to be up this time of morning processing food. See if we can get you up a little bit higher. So let me put my gloves on. reconstitute. I had to look that up because people on YouTube were saying, one man at least said that we are not reconstituting the food, we're rehydrating it. And that is true. But you're also reconstituting, because reconstitute means, at least when I looked it up, that you're taking a solid substance and adding a liquid to it and changing the form of it. You're changing it from a solid to a different texture. So that's reconstituting. But we play with words, and I understand how he feels, because a few years ago, and I'm not going to tell my age, but reconstitute did mean something totally different. So I know where he's coming from. But this generation of people, sir, they change things to mean what they want them to mean at their convenience. Does that mean it's right? Well, we're living in their world right now. It's God's world, but they think it's theirs, so we have to not necessarily comply with them, but we do need to appease them. Okay? So I am going to taste my reconstituted meat. I'm looking at the camera now. I'm gonna taste my, it's very difficult to, let me raise you up a little bit so I'm not having to hold my head down. It's very difficult to look at the picture on the screen and look at that dot at the top of my camera, because it's funny. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like I guess I want to look at myself and talk to myself, because I can't really see you guys, but I know that you're there, and I know that you're going to be there. So, Pluto, if you knock my phone down, you stop walking near stop this. No, do not walk near this, okay? Every time you pass it, you hit it. This didn't take long at all. It feels like it feels like it's spongy, like it's turkey now. That is good. That is really good. That is good. Not too salty. Just right. If I had my beans. And my peppers, my guacamole. Oh, that would be so good. So guys, I am gonna put those other trays in while I'm waiting for that. Okay guys, and while she's doing that, if you will subscribe, like, and share, and we'll get back with you with more freeze drying stuff. And thank you for being with me through this process. I appreciate you, love you. Stay honest, kind, and mindful. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.